Are you someone who gives, but every time you give, you're checking your account balance? Or do you give because you feel compelled to? In this video, I'll be telling you how to give charitably so that both you and the receiver are glad that you gave, and God blesses you for giving to those in need. Hello Lila's fam, welcome to Let Your Light So Shine. My name is Monica. Thank you so much for joining me. Today I'll be talking about how to give without grudges. In this video, I'll be telling you the effects that your giving with grudges has on the receiver of your generosity. Over and over in the Bible, we are told to give. Give, 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 give. It's an act of charity. However, sometimes you don't quite feel like giving. Sometimes there are some people who keep coming back for more and more and more. And you have to ask yourself, where do I draw the line? Where do I stop giving? Why can't this person stop coming back? Or every time you have to check your account balance to know if you have enough for yourself, if you have enough for your family, if you actually have anything to spare. Today in this message, I will be telling you why you need to give from a joyful place and not out of compulsion. My passage for today is 2 Corinthians 9 verses 5 to 10. Get your Bibles as usual and let's read this passage together. Therefore, I thought it necessary to exhort the brethren to go to you ahead of time and prepare your generous gifts beforehand, which you had previously promised, that it may be ready as a matter of generosity and not as a grudging obligation. But this I say, he who sows sparingly will also reap sparingly, and he who sows bountifully will also reap bountifully. So let each one give as he purposes in his heart, not grudgingly or out of necessity, for God loves a cheerful giver. For God is able to make all grace abound toward you, that you, always having all sufficiency in all things, may have an abundance for every good work. As it is written, he has dispersed abroad, he has given to the poor, his righteousness endures forever. Now may he who supplies seed to the sower and bread for food supply and multiply the seed you have sown and increase the fruits of your righteousness. This is an all-encompassing message. It tells you how to give and it also blesses you for giving. This message tells us to not give begrudgingly and out of obligation. It means you should not give because you feel compelled or like it's a duty you have to perform. You have to give because you feel it from your heart. Another thing that this passage says is that it tells you to give what you want to give. Not the quantity that you feel that if you give this will be too much, or because this is what the person wants but you don't want to give that. If you know that you want to give $10 and someone is asking you for $50 and you know that where you can give and be smiling, be generous, be kind and charitable and comfortable and happy about it is at $10, then give $10. Don't give because you feel like you're obliged, like it's a duty, like you ought to. If you are not feeling it, then I'm telling you that that money or whatever it is that you're doing for that other person may actually become something that the person now sees as a debt. Do you know that the receiver of your goodwill can tell if you're happy to give that gift or not? Do you know that people can see it on your face, in your attitude, in your body language, that you want to give to them or that you don't want to? Now imagine that you want to give somebody $10 or you want to give somebody $20 and you are just frowning, you're unhappy about it, your fist is clenched and you are giving with very tight fists. How do you think that person will feel? The person is going to feel guilty, like he or she is depriving you of something or like you don't really want to give. And if that is someone with a conscience, the person is going to feel very uncomfortable to come to you next time. And apart from that, the person may feel that even this first time, he or she should not take from you because you are not giving with a cheerful heart. If you're not feeling it, the Bible has told us in this passage, don't give. Don't give. I've done so many videos on how to give from your heart, how not to make people feel like they now owe you something. There's actually something that some of us do. We have this funny way of feeling like, I gave you something, now you owe me a favor. Or I did something nice for you, now you owe me, you are in debt to me. That's not how to do it. That is not charitable giving. That is not cheerful giving. That is not giving from a kind heart. That is you actually going up to lay something for yourself, a favor, so that you can go and call in favors when the time comes. If you want to give, you have to give without thinking to yourself, what do I gain? If you're asking yourself, what do I gain? Then it's a transaction. It is no longer giving, it is now a transaction. It's just that this person is in a position where he or she cannot give you something in return for now. But you're going to be bidding your time, aren't you? You're going to be bidding your time. You're going to say to yourself, I know you're going to rise. I'm giving you capital to start a business. So when you start getting proceeds from your business, when you start making revenue, when you start making profits, I'm going to come and collect. Or you tell somebody, I am going to have shares in your company. And because you see that that person is desperate, because you feel that that person is so down, that he or she imagines that he or she can never rise again, then you just take advantage of that person and say, I'm going to get 50% of the shares of your company. And the person says, okay. That is you taking advantage. That is not you giving. You're not a cheerful giver. Don't forget that this passage says, he who sows sparingly will reap sparingly. What does it mean to reap or sow sparingly? Sparingly means with reservations. It means giving little, just giving tips, bits and pieces, not giving fully. That's what it means to sow sparingly. If you sow like that, you will reap like that. If you sow with grudges, if you sow out of obligation, if you sow because you feel you're compelled to, then when you're going to get your reward, that is the same feeling, that is the same emotion that you're getting your reward will evoke. That's exactly the same thing. So if you want someone to give to you charitably, with joy, in happiness, it may not even be the same exact person that you gave something. It could be from another source. Because we are not an island. No man is an island. So you may have something, you may be very, very rich in one area, but there's an area where you're lacking. If you go and meet someone else and they treat you with grudges, like, I don't really want to give you this thing, but you keep bugging me, you are stressing me out. Some of them will even say it. Some of them will even say it to your face, you are stressing me out. Don't you know I have business deals? Don't you know that right now my cash is not liquid? Don't you know I invested in stocks and bonds? They tell you all that and it sounds like bragging. They are telling you where they have their monies invested, their monies are tied down, and you're just looking at them like, all I needed was food. I don't know about stocks. I don't have money for bonds. I don't have money for commercial papers. What are you talking about? I just need food. Food. Food for today. That's all I need. Food for myself and my family. That's what I need. Why are you telling me all these things? Are you showing off? Now imagine you did that to someone. Maybe when you were okay, you were doing well, you were excelling. And now all of a sudden, things have turned around. And someone else is doing it to you. How would you feel? If someone is doing it out of obligation, without being cheerful, without being happy to give, if someone is giving you like you are a disturbance, like you are a pest, like they don't want to, like they are doing it begrudgingly, like, I really don't want to, I don't want to, how would you feel? Always put yourself in someone's shoes. So if you give sparingly, you will reap sparingly. But if you give in abundance, you will reap in abundance. And that thing is so powerful. It's so true. I have seen it happen. I've seen it happen to so many people. They give so much during their good times. And they don't expect anything in return. They don't say you pay me back. They don't say it's a loan. They just give. They just give. They just feel a need. They just help out because they see that this person needs this thing now. I can afford it. I can spare it. Even though it may be difficult for me. Even though I may have to start facing some lean days. But I can manage. I can manage because income keeps coming in. There is inflow of cash. But this person needs a lifeline now. Here, today, at this moment, in this situation, I have to brace up. Help this person. Because if not, it's going to be game over. It's going to be all over for this person if I don't help in this situation. This is a situation of life and death. And so it's not about, okay, what will I eat? This person is saying, will I survive? This person is saying, will I see another sunrise? Will I wake up tomorrow? That is this person's worry. This is a situation of life and death. And you're talking about, will I have money to invest? You're talking about, will I have money to do this and do that? Will I have money for new clothes? This person is not talking about new clothes at this point. This person is here fighting for his or her life. This is not the time for you to hold back or give sparingly. This is the time to go all out. You know, we all face different things. There are highs and there are lows. There are ups and there are downs. We all go through them. Nobody is up forever. We all have fluctuations in life. Seasons change for everybody. Doesn't matter how influential you are, or how wealthy you are, or how well you may have been doing. Seasons change. Seasons come, seasons go. And so when you're down, you want someone to give you from a kind heart without feeling like you owe them something or telling you to your face that you owe them something. You want someone to give you. And so you go out there and sow that seed. Sow that seed of charitable kind giving. Kind giving from a place of joy, from a place of believing that God who has given you this can give you much more. From a place of knowing that the earth is the Lord's and his fullness thereof. And if God has given you this, he can give you much more. If God has blessed you in this area, he can bless you in other areas. And he can make you a blessing to other people. Go and believe that as you give. That is why the last verse of this passage I just read says, may God multiply your seed. God who gives seed to the sower, God who blesses, God who provides bread, may he multiply your seed so that you have more resources to be a blessing to the world. You know, the idea of being blessed is not to be blessed so that you can stockpile. No, that's not the idea. The idea is to spread the blessings. The idea is to sow. The idea is to invest in other people. The idea is to be a blessing to others. Are you being a blessing to others? Or do you just feel that when God blesses you, you're going to hoard? You are going to be like the rich man, the foolish rich man that said to himself, so relaxed, I got this. Let's go and break down the barn and build more. Let's build a bigger barn. Let's party because more is coming. More is coming. There is something called taking more than you need. Yes, God may bless you abundantly, but it's for you to be a conduit. It's for you to be a pipe. It's for you to be a funnel. It's for you to be an avenue of blessing to others. It's not for you to stockpile it till it runs over, till it goes bad, till everybody in your family is saturated. That is not the idea of God blessing you and blessing you richly. It is so that you can give to others. I've said it here on Let Your Light So Shine, that we are the hands and the feet of Jesus Christ. We are God's hands. If God cannot come down to this person, he has sent you. You are here on the earth. He has blessed you, and so you should be a blessing to others. Give to others. Freely you have received, freely give. That's what the Bible tells us. That is what Jesus said to us. You have received so freely, without doing so much, without even deserving it. But the grace of God has made it so that you have so much. What is the essence of stockpiling? You have set up your kids. They are so wealthy. They are doing so well. You've educated these kids. Come on. These are Harvard-trained kids. They are doing so well in their fields all over the world. Do you think that that money that you're saving up is for your kids? Trust me when I say those kids don't want that money. Those houses you're building all over the world, do you think your kids will come and live in those places? They are building their own. They are investing their own. Besides, by the time your kids are ready to even settle down, they don't want to settle down in that part of the world or in that old building. Come on, architecture is improving every day, especially now that we have AI. AI is making a lot of things change. So do you think that those houses you are building in every corner of the world, your kids want to come and live there? They're not interested. Not people of this era. Of course, your era is different from theirs. So they don't want all these things. So who do you give these things to? I'm not talking about an inheritance. No. I'm talking about in your lifetime. Who do you spread out your wealth to? Who do you give from your abundance? Who do you give from your overflow? Give to those who don't have today. I'm not saying wait till you are dead. I'm not saying wait till they now say memorial. This person memorial. Who needs memorial? What did you do in your lifetime? It's not about saying memorial. If they make a memorial for you, if your kids make a memorial where they say, okay, this is for raising fund for children who are orphans, or this is for children who do not go to school, or this is for children who are sick, or this is for women who need finances, who need support, that's good. But why don't you start it in your lifetime? Why don't you start it in your lifetime so that your kids can key in, they can continue, and you can see your legacy in your lifetime? Why don't you start it? All those things you're stockpiling, you don't need them. Your kids don't need them, and your kids will not appreciate them. They will not, because if you've done the right thing as a dad, as a mom, if you've done the right thing and you've invested in your kids, you will discover that they can make their own wealth and they don't need yours. They don't need yours. The poor is all around us. Jesus said the poor you will always have with you. There's a poor man there in your neighborhood. There's a family that does not know where the next meal is coming from. In fact, they don't know where anything is coming from. You see, rent, they cannot pay. They are going to get kicked out of their little dingy huts. They're not even living in a luxurious place to begin with. You see, even that pittance they were paying as rent, they cannot afford it. And you sit there in your mansion. You have dollars stockpiled everywhere. You don't know what to do with the money. It's getting moldy. I mean, pick up the notes. Pick them up. You can feel them, right? You can feel the mold on the dollars, right? Yeah. And there are people who are hungry. Right there in your neighborhood. And even if they are not in your neighborhood, because of course you live in a highbrow vicinity. It's a highbrow neighborhood. That's where you live. Only the big boys and the big girls live in that kind of area. Why don't you go to those places where the poor people live? Why don't you reach out? Be the feet of Jesus. All those things you're stockpiling, you don't need them. They are going to end up wasting. I have seen children waste what their parents kept. I have seen inheritors waste what their predecessors kept because they didn't need it. People need these things. Give to them. Give generously. Give cheerfully. Stop giving as if somebody is tying your hands and somebody is dragging you to go and give. No! Give with an open heart. Give with a smile on your face. Give with joy in your heart. That is how to give. Like I said earlier, I have made videos on how to give without turning on the cameras. That's another terrible thing that we do. When we want to give, we want everybody to know, oh, we are philanthropists. And so we carry a camera crew, we carry a media team, and we go there and everybody is snapping and taking pictures. You don't know how humiliating that is for people who don't have. You don't know how you are keeping mementos. If you're not even keeping mementos, you are publicizing it because some of it is on the news. You are showing the whole world that this person lacks. Oh, this is a poor man, and look at me, I'm doing so well. I am providing for them. I feed them. The Bible tells us that your left hand should not know what your right hand is doing. I mean your hands. Your hands. They are part of one body, right? Your body. This hand should not know what this hand is doing. If this hand is giving, this one shouldn't know. That is how private, how sacred, how secret and special your giving should be. It's not a public show. It's not a public affair. So if you want to watch that video that will teach you how to give and how to not embarrass people when you give, the link will be in the description of this video so you can go and watch it. and learn how to give like Christ gave. Remember that several times in the Bible, Jesus healed people. He gave them the gift of healing. And what did he say to them? Go and tell no one. Yeah. Jesus set the example. So when you give and tell no one. The link of those videos that I have done on giving will be in the description of this video. Alright, so that is the much I have for you on this video. I hope that this video has taught you how to give from a cheerful heart, how to give without feeling compelled to, but to give because you really want to give and you want to change a life for the better. If you've enjoyed watching this video, please drop your comments below. Also, if you'd like to see more of such videos that increase your Christian faith and help you become a better Christian, please subscribe to this channel. Simply click the subscribe button and get subscribed to this channel today. It is completely free of charge. You don't have to pay anything to subscribe to this channel, so click that subscribe button. Also, do not forget to click the notification button so you'll be notified as soon as I update. Please like this video, give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed watching it. Also, do not forget to share this video with everyone. We all need to give, but more so to give generously. Thank you very much for watching this video to the very end. Thank you for spending time with me. Please keep watching my videos here on Let Your Light So Shine. I also have a playlist in the description of this video. Go check out that playlist, watch the videos in the playlist, and keep growing in faith. Wherever you are, whatever you do, let your light so shine. I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now. Please subscribe, click the notification button, like this channel, share our videos, and follow us on social media. Thank you very much.